Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. In this video, we're going to be going over exactly what's up with the quantum computing market. We're going to break down Rigetti stock a little bit, take a look at QBTS. Um, I've been having some allergies. I don't know about you guys, but if you live on the West Coast right now, all of the pollen is starting. So starting to see a lot of trees that are getting super green and a lot of grass, and it's making some allergies stir up. But I will say, you guys gave me a great recommendation for a couple different supplements that are doing quite well for my allergy season this year. And just to note, we weren't doing videos like this last year at this time, and so it's a little bit different, I guess. This year, I feel like I have to show up. I'm not like just gonna take a nap, right? When it's hay fever. This is a totally different type of world that we're living in. A year ago, I was living in Miami. I was also living in Boulder. I was traveling a little bit from country to country. My wife and I went to Argentina. But you know what happened was we started this channel. We started kind of getting some momentum, and I think we have four people in the last month that we've hired for our company for Mercatus. So we're building our software, and then also we have the YouTube channel where we're breaking down different stocks. And then for those of you guys that aren't familiar, we also have Crypto Mates. So we just recently launched that with my good friend Ace Green. So if you go over to let's see, if we search on YouTube, I think if you search Ace Green Crypto Mate, this is kind of like a franchise setup. He just started posting videos. It's actually really exciting. Some of these videos are really good breakdowns of different cryptos that are getting traction and what you need to know about analyzing these different crypto companies. So that's really exciting. So a lot of different things happening. We had our live session this morning. This morning we went live and we traded a little bit. Didn't have anything that really stood out to us as the market was, really just selling off today. Right? We see the red. So the question is, what's next for quantum computing stocks? Before we even get into it, just a widespread market overview, what you should know is a lot of the AI sector sold off today. You can see Nvidia is down 6%. Tesla was down about 3%. SPY is down about 1.2. It's interesting because when you look at Supermicro Computer, even Big Bear, you see Applied Digital there. We're seeing 6 and 8 and 10% negatives. Obviously they can bounce back just as quickly, but then you head over to quantum computing and a surprising turn. I know this is like it's still red, but this is a lot less red than what you might expect. Usually the smaller markets get broken down more when big markets move, but this market's still holding okay. So, I mean, it's still red, but let's take a look at this level. We kind of expected Rigetti to get a little rejected here. We pointed this level out, this gray line, which you might not be able to see. I'll make it blue. There you go. This previous resistance that was pretty strong was also a previous support right there at $9.70. It ended up getting rejected there. It didn't push above it really, just for a moment, maybe right at market open. But other than that, it wasn't able to break through. So this is the trend we were identifying, and that's okay. We were actually expecting Rigetti to sell down to about $8.50. And then the next level that we would expect it to bounce and potentially surge to would be this $12 price point. So it's possible that it could make it there now, but we were saying it would make sense that it would get rejected here, which it did. So that's level we drew a couple days ago. I think it was on Monday. So Rigetti stock is in this trend again, looking like a pullback. It did look a little overextended. RSI MACD kind of got rejected as well, and you can see that 200-day moving average just not quite being able to push bullish. But I do think this overall trend here we're starting to see develop. If you take a bigger look back here, we do see it starting to get this momentum potentially, and maybe make a recovery similar to what we saw with QBTS. QBTS was at a similar price point of around $1 or so back in November, and it surged to $12 a share just over the course of a month and a half. and then it sold down here, and it consolidated. And in the consolidation, Rigetti stock actually stayed where it was. But QBTS, it's shot up to previous highs to $12 and then sold back down. Now, we drew this previous resistance and support here at about $8 a share a few days ago. I think it was early last week, and it has been consolidating on this level. So if you just take a look at QBTS, not quite bearish, right? It is struggling a little bit here, but it is consolidating from left to right. Not to say that it's done with its trend. It's possible, yes, if it breaks this level, we see it sell down, and that is quite possible. And that would actually be healthy if you look at the overall direction. But if we do see something that would be significant, would be a recovery here again, which would be 43%. I think what's more likely is we see a pull down somewhere in this range. But here's the thing. Right now it's consolidating, and there is, take out this comment made by Jensen, and there is this trend that was happening there. And if we're going to have a similar direction as, let's say, this trend right here, then it would kind of look somewhere in the range of this. So we could see it pull back down here and then start to build a trend that way. I would say right now that the market is anticipating there's some scarcity. That's what's going on. But QBTS has their event. We will be attending it here in Scottsdale, Arizona on Sunday and Monday, and I think maybe Tuesday there. We're going first to Boulder, so we'll be traveling a little bit Friday. We're flying, and then take a quick flight over from Boulder to Scottsdale, and then I'll have a quick flight after that back to California. So we'll be definitely at this event. We're staying at this Phoenician as well, so we're looking forward to seeing D-Wave's latest quantum innovations and what's going on, the different industries they're in: manufacturing, government, life sciences. We know that these quantum computing companies are working with some of the big government agencies, including NASA. I definitely see them in finance as well as manufacturing. But one of the big ones that we're looking at too is drug discovery. And when it comes to Qubits in this conference, we'll see how they're plugging into businesses. What is the commercialization looking like? That hopefully, as we start to see quantum computing become more popular throughout the boom of AI, most likely we'll see a reflection in the revenue of some of these companies. So IONQ is one that we covered yesterday, and today it started off super bullish. I remember right at market open, we were watching it. We almost bought it. We were very close to, and we said, no, let's just be a little more patient. It shot up 6% up to that $27 range and then sold back down here. And it, again, if it holds this trend that we said was starting to develop, maybe it sells back down to $23 before continuing this trend. I'm a little more conservative and a little bit more cautionary with our targets as of right now. And a lot of our trends are not maybe hyper bullish, and that's okay. It's just the facts are the market, when it works and it has its trends, we're not going to, the stocks have a greater chance of continuing in the trend that they're in than reversing. And so we're essentially working with these trends. We're looking at them closely. We can definitely identify some of the trends that are starting to happen, and we just have to essentially, play with the trends. You, as the viewer, as a person watching, move the market as well. There's no doubt about it. Especially when we have different events that happen, the more coverage for Qubits, for example, could definitely help with the sentiment around the company. So I'm not oblivious to that, but it is a pretty long shot to say that this weekend with this Qubits event, while there's a lot of potential around the events and a lot of hype building up to this new quantum event, it's still highly unlikely that this event would serve as a major catalyst for the stock. Now, it's possible they come out with an announcement and they decide to time it quite well, but most likely there won't be something that's going to surge the stock or tank the stock as a result of this conference happening. I would say that there's a higher chance of it positively impacting QBTS than negatively impacting. So we'll again be at Qubits Conference 2025 there to see what's going on this weekend. And that should be interesting as well. So when it comes down to quantum, there's a lot of big tech invested in them. Nvidia being down is obviously not going to pull the market in a positive direction. So Nvidia is down about 6% today, which is not good for my long-term portfolio, but it's okay. It's a buying opportunity in my eyes. When it comes down to the long-term potential for a lot of these companies, of course, we're bullish. But when it comes to the near term, expect volatility, as it has been quite volatile. And we can see some 10 to 20% swings pretty easily. So thank you guys again for watching. If you have any comments on the quantum computing companies, drop them down below. Just want to give a quick update on the prices and how they're looking. We were talking about in our live session. And again, if you want to watch me trade live at market open every single day, we go live at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So right when the market opens, I'm here live with our stock mates. There's many of you that have been trading with me side by side. And if you'd like to watch me trade live, see my entries and my exits every single day at market open, we're there. So again, it's that second link down below to join Stockmate. We have a huge sale there happening. Would love to see you tomorrow morning. Thank you guys again for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.